we've got the opportunity to finally talk to Trysta.
Finally.
It's Trysta Thursdays here with D-Lo and Casey. No audio, dog. No audio at all. No. Yep. She's in the professional podcast studio. We're going to click a few buttons. The world is working against us.
Yes, there we go.
Yes.
It auto did some sort of virtual mic, which I don't know why it does that, honestly. But we good. We're in there. We're in there like swimwear.
We good, baby. What's happening, man?
What up, guys? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling refreshed again. I thought I might have had the vid, but I didn't have the vid.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was good.
So you're at the podcast studio, which is in
Portland.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, here's
I
the
just
thing.
want to make sure they're not guys.
No, they are treating me poorly. They're treating me poorly, guys, at the kiln. This one guy, a couple of days ago, I'm doing a live stream at my desk at 6 p.m. on a Friday. So nobody should be there. One human was there. He comes out and he's like, there's cell phone rooms for a reason. And I said, well, I'm not on a phone call. I'm about to do a stream with my monitors and my semifinals game. And he was like, I wish you wouldn't.
Does he work there?
I wouldn't. Yeah, he works there. He has a little office there. And I go, don't you have an office? And he's like, yeah. And I go, why don't you shut your door? But they be snitching on me. And then they've already tried to kick Ollie out. And I had to, it's kind of a little bit of a beef, honestly. So anytime I know I'm about to be on with y'all or on with Juju at Metal Arc, I got to be in this room where it's soundproof. And I can't have people slack me in the middle of the hit and be like, hey, would you keep your loud ass down?
Well, that's good because that's not at all what I was referring to.
Oh, what were you
I
about
didn't
to say?
know if y'all had tanks driving down the streets or
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know if that
Come
was
on,
happening.
these people. Here's the thing that this is kind of crazy. The people talking about how Portland is clearly didn't live here in the 90s. My mom was like, we literally had blood prints on our door and our sidewalk back in the 97, 98 year. We had drive-bys. None of that is existing now. We just have salt and straw ice cream and like sushi fusion burritos. And I mean, it's very different than it was then. We got people walking their dogs in neighborhoods they would never imagine when I was growing up. So the people talking about Portland being a war zone, let me show you. Let's turn back the hands of time and show you Unthank Park, 6-0 Crips, and how it was when I was in my Yankee house slippers running from Rachel and them girls.
Clearly, Donald Trump has never heard Trysta describe some of her experiences in Portland on this show.
Who's been saying these things?
Trump is sending the National Guard here.
I didn't even know it was.
They're trying to take over our city.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Somebody said, "Hey, I heard there is ice on every block," and I said, "You mean like shaved or crushed or what?"
Or like DeAndre Ayton.
Or you think what kind of ice? You're talking about ice agents? No, I have not seen an agent. Somebody, a prominent former TikToker that covers our dubs, not going to say her name, covers our dubs, sent me a DM and was like, I'll show you the real Portland. Bring your mask and bring a weapon so you don't get doxxed. And I go, no, I'm not. Why would I go anywhere where I know I need a weapon or a mask? I would never. Only people who look like me would on their own go to a place that they know is sketchy to just see if there's some stuff happening. Like, no, I don't look for trouble, okay? I go and do my business, move the way I want, and if there's trouble, I leave.
How they gonna tell somebody that lives in Portland and is from Portland, I'm gonna show you the real Portland?
I don't know.
Did they not know you were from Portland?
I'm gonna read it. It's crazy. I didn't even respond because it was so insane.
I'm gonna show you. I've
been covering the protests while downtown Portland may seem pleasant in the day. You will see violence and insanity at night. You will see violence and insanity in a lot of big cities downtown at night. Come to NYC. Come to LA. Go to
downtown Dover. Wait till y'all see downtown Dover.
Go to Anacostia. Okay, let me show you Anacostia at night. If you want to come down, I'll show you the ropes. Bring weapons and a mask if you don't want to get doxxed. then you can report the truth of what's going on. This is
Once
not
ag-
all rainbows and butterflies. Several journalists I know have been assaulted. Your life and your family's life are consistently threatened. This is not a light matter.
Once again, does she not know you're living there and you're from there?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, man.
All right.
I don't know. It's like
Weird
like whatever's going on down in this little downtown area, it's literally like one square block where the Proud Boys, this is where it started. The Proud Boys or whatever they were went down there, and then people started counter protesting. And then apparently there's this little fenced off dumpster. It's completely fenced off, and they light it on fire just to, like, you know, make whatever happen. But it's completely contained, I guess. I've never seen it, but I've heard about it.
Well, let's skip to something more dangerous than Portland, and it's Nafisa Caller with a microphone.
Well,
Woo! I was thinking it was Katie on Facebook Marketplace.
Hey, she sold that treadmill in like an hour.
I know,
Did you
and then
see
I
that?
put it on Facebook Marketplace too, simultaneously, because she asked me to list it for her.
Oh, okay.
And then the guy thought he was getting scammed because there was 2 identical posts.
Yeah,
And I was like,
apparently
you
this
didn't
guy. We had
tell
to
me.
set some new ground rules that people
I
don't
asked
come
her, I
pick
said,
up Marketplace
you
when
can't
I'm not home.
have a man come to your house without Damien there. And she goes, well, I didn't know that. I go, well, I
She
told
knows
you.
now. Yeah,
And
she
I said,
very
if
much knows now.
yeah. So
But
you
my
can't
girl
do that.
got it sold, and she got it
She got
sold
it
for a
sold.
pretty good price.
There we go.
Yeah,
Nice,
she got it
yep.
sold for a pretty good.
Nafisa, though, shots fired. I've never seen anything. So, okay, I'm going to flip the script on you, D, because I have been a watcher, a fan of the W since its inception.
Mhm.
But I am just now really, like, inside of it. You've been a part of the league, like, as it's a part of its connective tissue, and there for a very long time, a part of these conversations with players. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, absolutely not. No, nothing. There's, but no. The answer is no. Definitively no. There has also never been a collective bargaining agreement, and I was around for 2 of them. One of them was really, really contentious that had fallout, but it did not have the consequence that this one has. This is the most important collective bargaining agreement to date for this league. And it's why players are being as vocal as they are, and it's why they are openly calling out the commissioner. You asked Casey, Nafisa obviously having a spot on the association. It NECA, the president, responded immediately in favor of what Fee said. And it's like, oh, there's fallout to this. Now you got Stephen A talking about it.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that. I certainly feel better about him talking about it than I do Mad Dog Russo, who that
Come
was
on,
just an incredible thing to watch. But
especially Monica McNutt just sitting there.
that was amazing.
When you've got an expert right there, why do we want to hear from Mad Dog? And not Monica?
But to go back to your question, there has never been anything like this before, and there have never been ramifications as great as the one that these players and this league are facing right now.
Yeah, to come and directly accuse and to bring receipts of private conversations as someone that is as respected and prominent as Nafisa Collier is, who is a part of the PA, like a part of the like leadership within the Players Association, who has also a rival league, unrivaled, and has her husband running that league, and how much success and growth they've had so fast. For her to prepare a 3-minute statement dissecting what's wrong with the W and coming at Kathy, the commissioner, directly, and essentially saying like she just can't be a part of these negotiations. We don't trust her. We think she has disdain for us. I mean, it's very obvious that she thinks that she's the one that's responsible for all of our growth and not us, not the product on the court. And what she said about Caitlin and what she said about how all the players should be thanking her on their knees. Anytime you say someone should be on their knees, boop, that's flag. Boop, flagrant. Like that's you can't have that. And I think that it just speaks to how out of touch Kathy Engelbert is, how much of a straw man, like she's really like a Manchurian candidate. You know what I mean? That she's not really in charge. Adam Silver's in charge. And she operates with this ego that she needs to like take a sliver of credit because she has no real power. And I think she knows that. And she comes from the accounting world that sees things as very black and white and clearly doesn't care about the human element of it. Also, shout out as a side road, shout out to the Daily W for being the post that Elena Deladon screen capped and put on her story and got blasted everywhere. So like shout out to that as well. But I just think it was such a shocking exit interview that has such a ripple effect where I don't think Kathy can survive it. And I think we're, as much as I've already put my 10 toes down on a lockout, I think at this point it's inevitable because you have 30 days to get an agreement done, 2 weeks after the finals, and a looming firing of the commissioner.
So that was one of the things that we talked about when we were talking about this the other day. Do you think that Kathy gets fired during negotiations? I know, Dan, we had talked about once everything's done, that'll be the first order of business. I don't even know if she makes it to that.
Yeah.
I don't think
Does
you
she
can
get fired during
Yeah, if I'm Nafisa, and I've said this, why would I ever negotiate with her when I know she's not negotiating in good faith? I just said all the things. I think I've made it pretty clear. We don't want to deal with her. You guys need to get her up out of here ASAP, Rocky. We've tried to do this behind the scenes, but you guys keep effing around and playing with us and playing with our money like we're idiots. We are all aligned here. We're not going to play any more basketball until we get what is owed to us. And I don't think Kathy can be the one in the room.
How, real quick, both of you guys, like how long does that process take though?
To fire or to rehire?
To fire, rehire, start negotiations.
That's why I think the lockout's inevitable, because you then need to find a new commissioner. Is NECA going to retire? Can NECA be the one that's like? Does Adam Silver need to make that call? I don't know. Could it be a
yeah, that's another great
Lefty?
point. I don't know who makes that call on both fronts, because it seems like you would have to have the owners behind it to get her out. It seems like the owners wouldn't do the hiring process for the new one, but they'd have to approve.
It would probably, I'm just kind of hypothesizing, it would probably be Adam Silver in the NBA.
That would be my guess.
They put her in that place, didn't they?
Yes,
she was selected and appointed by them. It's a very weird structure how it works. But I think the owners have to approve.
Right, for sure.
Goodell was in waiting. Silver was in waiting.
Yeah. Yep.
Silver's replacement was in waiting.
Mark Tatum.
Is it Mark Tatum?
Is it the second round guy?
Yeah, it's the second round guy. It's always the second round guy. There's nobody waiting. Like for years, like I think a lot of players thought it was going to be Renee Brown. It never was. She's like, I'm not going to be the commissioner of this. I'm going to leave and do something else. And now you've got like, call Condoleezza Rice. Call Condoleezza Rice and let her run this league. If Pete
call the guy who turned around Red Lobster. Have you seen this guy?
I don't.
His
the
name
young
is
brother.
Yeah.
yes.
The young brother who did it. Yeah, that's
He
Kamara's
came from
Or
own.
the
Texas.
mayor of Baltimore.
Yeah, he took over Texas Roadhouse, didn't he? And now he took over Red Lobster since 2024, and now business is booming.
Mhm.
Maybe it was PF Chang's. Where did he come from before? He was the CEO of PF
No.
Chang's, and
Yeah.
now he's the CEO of Red Lobster.
Now we want him to run the W.
Demola, because it's all about dollars and cents and people, and making the customer feel important. That's just off the top of my head. It's relationships. It's understanding that the product is of paramount importance.
Mhm.
It's making the assets, the players feel empowered and a part of this and invested. It's making them feel valued and cared for. I think in general, like the sentiment is that they don't care about us. If I'm a player, I don't feel that the league really
Michael
cares
Jackson
about
said.
us. Yep.
Mhm.
This it's a morale thing too, right? Like if you had a scale of 1 to 10 about WNBA player morale, about how they feel about it's 0. You got to get that up to 8, 9, maybe even 10, because that feels like a functioning partnership between the league and the players. If the players feel like we're looked out for, or we're appreciated, or we're just as part, they look at us as just as much a part of this growth as they give themselves credit for.
Well, and think about this too. In the middle of this, snuck in was the Versant USA deal with the WNBA that just got released like 2 days ago. And that rights deal is an 11-year media deal. And so they then say what it's going to be. It's going to have 50 games annually. And they literally just announced this 2 days ago. And it's like, well, why? Why are we doing this now? And why are you sneaking it under the radar? And can we get more? And somebody just came out and said that the deal that the WNBA did with ESPN and NBC was like a third of what it should have been. That it should have been 3x that amount based on the ratings and what you would normally get money-wise for those ratings. But what you see is that it was a package deal with the NBA rights. So the NBA just got all the money, and then they said, okay, the W, you can get this. And that's what essentially is allowing these salaries on the NBA side to go up more than maybe, because we were all surprised. Oh, salaries have gone up 10% more than expected. Maybe it's robbing a little bit of Peter to pay Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And that, sorry, Dan, but that's why I think we all agree, they got to get Kathy out. And that's one of the things that I look at as saying maybe there won't be a lockout. I'm with you, Trysta. It looks inevitable. I don't even know if the timeline works for them to be able to avoid it now. But we've talked about it before. There's a lot of people that bought into this league recently with the promise that we're playing basketball. So to then go to these same peoples, whether it's owners, whether it's TV networks, anywhere else in the media rights, and be like, we're in a lockout. I know you put in hundreds of millions of dollars, but we're kind of off this year. Sorry. If I'm one of those owners, TV network, no, you're not. You better figure something out. I just put $250 million into this. You better figure it out now. Give them what they want. And I need some ROI here off of what I just invested 6 months ago. So that's where I think maybe, money talks. And that money might start talking in a second to say, no, there ain't going to be no lockout. You guys figure this out.
It's a tough scene.
Well, we've got a finals coming up tomorrow night, actually. The Mercury and the Aces. And you tell me if you know this off the top of your head. I don't think this is wrong. There's not much to add here. Since August 2nd, when the Lynx beat them by 50. The Aces have lost 3 games.
That's correct.
They lost 1 in the first round, 2 in the second, and they're off to the. They were long shots to go back to our gambling roots here. Shout out BetQL or whatever it was.
BetMGM.
They were long shots to win, obviously, back in August, and since then, what would we did 21 and 3.
Yeah, it's an impressive feat that they've been able to do, especially considering the team that they have. And that's a testament to Asia and really why she won her 4th MVP, because what she did was put the team on her back. And now you look at the finals, and they did everything they could in their power to let the Fever send their asses home.
Man,
it was, for someone who bet a large amount on Asia Wilson finals MVP, it was stress the whole way. Into overtime, you felt like, wow, they are going to let this thing go. They should be blowing this team out. Kelsey Mitchell goes down with rhabdo, which is insane. Aaliyah Boston fouls out. You're talking about your leading scorer was a hardship player in Odyssey Sims, a hardship player. And you can't figure out a way to stretch the lead out. So I'm very concerned for the Aces. I think this is a bad matchup just based on the physicality. I don't know how much you guys watched of the semifinals. They really did not want to play Nalissa and Asia at the same time. Nalissa is like not a great foot speed player. She's one of those players who racks up fouls really freaking fast. And you can't really have Asia defending Alyssa Thomas. You saw what happened with that matchup between her and Fee. You saw what happened in the matchup between Asia and Aaliyah Boston. I don't think Asia really wants that level of physicality, especially when she on the other side of the floor has to handle the offensive load. Pause. So it's really her and Jackie Young. You've got Satu there playing the best of her career, hitting 3 after 3 after 3. Kalia Copper has figured out a way to get hot again. Joanna Bonner was in a slump, and then the most critical time, she's hitting multiple logo threes. Sammy Whitcomb is basically on fire at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And Makoa Akani is one of the best perimeter defenders, and she's already a rookie. That's a really, really, really hard matchup. I don't know how they're going to be able to withstand it.
Let me ask you a question real quick, because you would know this a little bit better than I would when you talk about style of play. It felt like going up against Indiana, and I think you could even put Seattle in there to a certain degree, having to listen in there because she isn't as quick-footed as you mentioned earlier, was a negative. Phoenix, a little bit more physical based, a little bit more slow it down based. Maybe you can get Alyssa in there for this type of series, trying to go up there against Alyssa at the very least, having somebody, like you mentioned, that Asia can, hey, you guard her for 7 minutes or something like that, because Phoenix won't run up and down the floor and run you out of the building with their speed. Maybe would this be a better series for Alyssa to be in that front court with Asia Wilson?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm going to actually look at the pace of play rankings in the W, because I want to say that Phoenix can kind of give you whatever depending on. Yeah, Phoenix was third fastest team in the league.
Up and down.
Mm-hmm.
They get up. Those girls can get up and down. Now they just, depending on the matchup. Pause. Was that needed? Oh, put a pin in this. I watched Cinder over the weekend. Speaking of getting up and down, so
I don't know why.
Well, there was
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on now.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah, it did.
Come on now. So, anyhow, this is a team that can play slow, but they can also push the pace too, and they can get out into transition. Alyssa Thomas can get up the floor quick, and so can Ka. And you've got you've got like a versatility with Phoenix where I couldn't really believe in them all season long because of how many injuries they had. Cleo was hurt for the first third of the season.
Mhm.
Alyssa Thomas got banged up. Then they acquired DeWanna Bonner, and then integrating her into the lineup was sort of clunky. And so they played down to the competition a lot. But you could see their upside. And you could tell that this was a contending team. Satu, remember, she was away from the team indefinitely, and we thought that maybe there were some issues between her and DeWanna Bonner because of, like how she was taking a lot of the touches from Satu. But they figured it all out at the right time, and they can give you any style of play that you want.
And even through all of that, they weren't a bad basketball team.
No, they were not.
27-17 basketball team, loaded with talent. And it's funny as you were talking about her. I didn't pull up numbers because I just wanted to. I think DeWanna Bonner's a Hall of Famer.
Feels like
Yeah,
it.
I think
Like when I think about the
feels like
career that she's had, how long that she's played at this level, like she's not the player that she was. She might be entering the latter dirt years, but DeWanna Bonner has been a hell of a basketball player for a really long time now. Like
Yeah,
I remember her. I think she was at Auburn. I think it was Auburn. Just skinny as could be.
But a bucket.
Yeah, but an absolute bucket. Could shoot from anywhere on the floor. Can still shoot from anywhere on the floor.
Auburn, yes, correct. And think about this. Not
The
to
only
de-
women's basketball player I can think of that went to Auburn. That's why I think that's the reason I remembered it.
and like not to derail us from giving DeWanna and Alyssa their flowers.
Speaking
as
of
a
derail, because I'm gonna tell Jesse, we're just gonna have to go long because I can't let you go without talking about Happy Valley. So we're just
Okay.
we got to keep going.
So, not to derail us in terms of talking about the like careers that they've had together as a duo because it's tremendous, and I agree that they're both Hall of Famers. But like, if you look at the men's game and a player that's on par with DeWanna Bonner, a max player coming towards the twilight of their career that's already a championship winner, just getting to go and like leave in the middle of the season and choose whatever team they wanted to go to, and then just like going to a contender for basically you turned them into like a buyout candidate, but you didn't buy them out because you paid every dime of their contract for that 1-year deal. It's maybe one of the most mind-blowing things. And then that team ends up being a hospital wing that lets you go for free and could have made you the focal point of the offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of, I mean, imagine if just Phoenix allowed Kevin Durant to just like leave. He left the team indefinitely, said, I'm not coming back. Don't want to play with whoever, Devin Booker, Grayson Allen. And it would be Grayson Allen. And he's just out, like, we don't know what's, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm only going to play for the Thunder or the Golden State Warriors. Those are only two teams I'll play for, but really I want to go and play for the Thunder. It's like, okay, done. Cool. That's just an insane thing to happen.
It is like, and I just looked up DeWanna's numbers. She's a Hall of Famer. Like it's crazy. Like she is a Hall of Famer. Also, she's a Hall of Famer because, to the best that I can think of, she's the only player in league history to marry two different teammates.
Did not know that.
That has to be.
I did not know that.
That has to be a that.
Who
that,
was
that
the other one?
Candace Dupree.
Oh, yes.
I had
Yeah,
no
she was
idea
with
about
Candace
that.
Dupree.
I totally forgot about
I love Candace. Like Candace is dope, but yeah, that was her first wife.
My first love.
you.
So,
And
pretty sure-
only you.
You know about that?
That's
What
good.
you know about my first love? My girl Kiki.
I keep you low candy coated
Every-
Valentine.
Talk to her.
Memories of you. Yep.
God, this is the worst rendition. Kiki Kiki and Yvonne are just rolling over in their grave right now.
Me
I
and
mean,
Trysta
they're alive and well.
singing my
but-
first love.
No one wants it. No one asked
No
for
one.
it, but
No
they
one.
got it.
Can you please? So the WNBA finals get underway tomorrow night. Tap
Aces-
in the Daily
Aces-
W. Let her shoot.
I'll be
In a
there.
gener-
I'll be
in
there.
a- in
Game
a-
6 and 7.
Aces, don't worry about it. Get the refund. In a gentle women's sweep, Aces and 5.
I hope so. I'll lose.
It's
I'll win a lot of money unless Jackie Young goes crazy, which she could.
Jackie Young is
She bailed out
balling.
Asia. By the way, before we pivot,
Oh yeah,
Jackie Young bailed out Asia
Okay.
2 times.
No, look, because I didn't want to say this. I didn't want to say this because that's my girl.
Yeah.
And she's one of the greatest to ever do it.
Aces for life. Yeah.
Aces for life, but sometimes in crunch time,
Come on, say it.
It just don't happen.
Oh,
Man.
Asia. Oh, Asia's a
Like,
choke artist.
No, I'm
Oh,
not
wow.
saying that. I'm just saying. I'll let Trysta do it because I'm not gonna do it.
Listen,
I want to know what that field goal percentage is in crunch time.
Wow, what a
that's
heel
a
team.
great question. She didn't do a single thing in the fourth quarter in winning time at the very least, and did absolutely zero in overtime, and was missing bunnies, and was not getting rebounds, and was allowing Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, and Chelsea Gray to save her. And I was freaking the F out. You can't allow that be when you like lower your game. That just cannot be. And it happened in the Storm series, in game 3 as well. Game 4, whatever it was, yeah. Game 3.
It's not gonna happen in the finals. She's gonna do work in the final. She gonna remember this. She's gonna watch this clip, and she's gonna go to work in crunch time. Come on, Asia. Let's go, bro. Let's go.
I think even if she was to do what she did in game 3 and in game 5, the voters, the Asia Hive is like nothing I've ever seen before. I mean, they're like the other side of the Caitlin Clark coin. You know what I mean? Like they're like I don't know really how to put it in a politically correct way, but they're out there stumping for her. And if you're not thinking Asia's above Nafisa in your MVP vote, you are racist. That's what they were saying online. It was crazy. The things that the Asia Hive can do, they got her that 4th MVP. They're gonna bully all the media members to give her Finals MVP as well. Because remember, Chelsea Gray won it in 2022, 21. So, I mean, it's
I'm part of the Asia Hive. I'm not gonna bully nobody, but I'm part of the Asia. That's my girl.
It's like the Beehive. It's a very strong contingent. So I think Jackie Young will have to do a lot to win Finals MVP, but she could. If she does that little extra layup that misses the bunny and she wins that series because of her, 25-1 for Jackie Young to win Finals MVP.
I'll say this about Asia though, even though it was getting a little tight, crunch time, and then
I'm glad you saw that.
She had I told her on the show, I didn't see initially who went for that steal, and I got mad. I said,
it was her.
Dana, you got to know better. And then I saw
she jumped the gap. What are you doing, Asia? You're up 2.
But even with all that said, and you talk about Finals MVP, at that point she had like 33 and 13.
Yeah,
she gonna win Finals MVP. She had 33 and 13. That's all right. She gonna hit a walk-off like she did against the Sky in the regular season a couple of years ago or last year. She's gonna have a walk-off in these finals. Book it. You heard it here first.
I have a question. Sorry, I have a question because who was it? It was Terrence Ross asked me this question via DM. I know, very random.
Oh.
Do you think that there is any NBA
this is a very
player,
different sliding into your DM situation? Very, very different.
No, not like that. Do you think there's any NBA player, current NBA player, that Asia Wilson could beat one-on-one? And if so, who is it? And it's like 3 dribbles only. 3 dribbles max from the post or from the wing.
No.
I think maybe Kyle Lowry.
Was after what we saw on media day. He doesn't look like he's ready for the season.
No, I think maybe Kyle Lowry, maybe Jose Alvarado. Because Jose Alvarado is like 5'7", 5'8".
He's physical.
You don't like the question.
He'll keep her on the perimeter.
Asia could absolutely beat an NBA player.
Who?
She absolutely could. I don't know.
She can't be an NBA player.
I don't know.
She can't be an NBA player.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean like she wouldn't like.
I'm
have
not
some
saying
good
that she'd
moments and
get
stuff.
smoked.
Yeah,
But
I
it
ain't saying
would be
that. but
very difficult.
Game to 11.
I said it. Oh my God. I said it. Bro. Guys, when I was having this guys, Chatty House, were you in my living room last night? Were you in my living room last night when I said it would be Devin Carter? Fam, thank you. Come on,
Dev. No.
I said who's got the broken jumper in the league that couldn't hit from 3? By the way, someone who looked like me just walked in the podcast, like looked through the window and was like, I'm in a podcast room. Chat.
Did you hear JJ Redick say he gets like into like long conversations with Chat GPT? Did you hear?
It's like
Did
me.
you hear
It's like me. They basically
that literally just happened. I went to Chat GPT to see if they could pull Asia Wilson clutch time stats, and it couldn't. I almost said she couldn't. Like she got Chat GPT. That's my girl. Like she couldn't find him. But what Chat GPT does, if you've never used it, is it'll ask you questions. Do you want me to search and find? Do you want me to search bases?
It's the perfect partner.
Yeah, no, they're great. And it's so she searches again. She's like, okay, so I confirmed that it exists. Do you want me to try to customize this for you, or do you want me to pull the WNBA one? So I said, pull the WNBA one because I wanted it for the show. They said it would be quick. She still wasn't able to find it. So I was doing all of that while you were talking, trying desperately to find Asia Wilson the clutch time statistics. And even ChatGPT was like, look, man, this doesn't work for a live show. It's going to take more time. So I finally closed the browser. And then I realized this is what JJ was talking about. He could get into like hours long.
Because it literally will ask you if it can do more things.
And it'll be like, I didn't think of that. Sure.
Yes, of course. I love that.
Now, if we ever find it, real quick, because I do want to get to the Penn State thing too. If we ever find it, I want to be fair to Asia.
Don't start backtracking.
But this is the truth. This is the real talk. I'm not sure if you'll find any good crunch time stats for anybody. I always remember, who had like the best field goal percentage in crunch time, like ever in the history of the NBA?
De'Aaron Fox.
No, it was Carmelo. Who had one of the worst? Was Kobe. Like, I think the best crunch time guy in Carmelo was like, he shot like 38% from the field.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think any of those numbers that you'll find for crunch time or ever be what our mind thinks of the great shooters in those moments.
She's 41st.
LeBron has missed like 20
straight game
winners.
In what?
In clutch time field goal percentage.
All right.
Who's number one?
Well, it's hard because there's
probably
only
someone you've never heard of.
Yeah, exactly.
One from the field.
It's like, yeah, it's exactly. You need to like change the tape. Paige Beckers is sitting there at 60%. Rakia's pretty good. Angel Reese is pretty good. Leah Boston's very good.
This is fun. I need to know about your experience at Happy Valley. That looked crazy. Okay.
So first and foremost,
did you get arrested running on the field like that?
Well, let me first and foremost just give everybody we'll give them some free game. NBC, I got an email from a colleague at NBC, and he was like, hey, me and Eric are going to the game. I think we're getting field passes. And I said, well, if there's field passes, I'm there. Just pencil me in. Only though, I'm not sitting in a press box. I'm done with that. I can't be me in a press box. It's very clear I'll get kicked out. Police and all. So we ended up getting the field passes. So I was on the field the entire game. And guess who was there? Worldwide Wes was there as an Oregon Duck fan. And he was like, we were just pumped. He had his Oregon Duck stuff on. Kenyon Barner and I were chatting. Kenyon Barner's a legendary Oregon Duck running back. So we were chopping it up. And so I was pretty convinced we were going to lose that game. First and foremost, about the Penn State environment. I've never been to a whiteout before. I would say it's peak. Those kids understood the assignment. 111,000 people all in white and more outside as well, tailgating that didn't even get into the stadium. Flew into Pittsburgh, flew into Minneapolis, into Pittsburgh, couldn't get a car at first. Finally found a way to finesse my way into a car. Drove 2.5 hours to Happy Valley. Yeah, that's what it is. On a red eye. Get there at around 11. End up getting to Happy Valley at 2:30, something like that. Get to the stadium. We're doing everything. I'm ready to crash. But I'm pretty convinced we're going to lose this game just because it's a night game. Because the fans, it is the loudest place I've heard. They pump in the biggest subwoofers you've ever seen. And they're everywhere. You can't do a video and think it's going to come out crisp unless you have an external mic or something. They're just bah, and they're playing Mo Bamba and they're playing everything. They've got like 5 songs that they rotate through. And the fans are super loud. So when we got to overtime and we threw that interception in the 2-point conversion, I'm standing there with this other Duck fan. There's probably like 15 of us outside of the team. And I'm like, we're done. What we need is an interception as well. And she's like, we do need an interception. And then the very next play, we intercept it. And I was already filming. Just see the sadness mostly. It was going to be like, let's show the sad Duck fan crying on the field. But the elation, just running, ran into the AD. He gives me a huge hug. Me and the Duck are embracing. It was just a peak Oregon Duck moment. I think probably the best game I've ever been to as a fan in my life. And then led this cheer with a bunch of Duck fans. They were at the end zone, like at this little gated area. And I'm just dancing around. I'm dropping all my stuff. I don't care. And they're like, let's go Ducks. Let's go Ducks. So it was probably one of the best 24 hours I've had in a long time.
That's awesome.
That was
awesome.
The best Oregon victory. I'll say it was a top 3 Oregon victory since they became Oregon, which was like 20 years ago.
What was the other one that you think?
I'm thinking Mariota in the Rose Bowl to get you to the national championship game. But that's really the only other one I could think of.
Well, we've got a week to think about it because we have to let Trysta go because we kept her for 45 minutes.
I love y'all. You're the
best.
Love
you too, TK. Your adventures are next level, and I can't wait to watch everything that you do for the finals coming up here. So we'll be tapped in.
For sure. Talk to you soon. Love you, Chatty House.
Take care, TK.
All right, Mr. Girl, Trysta Krick right there. Make sure you're following the